It's the dentist.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah?
Not the dentist.
The dentist.
That's what you've been calling it all week. I must go to the dentist.
The dentist.
I must go to the dentist there. It's the dentist.
The dentist?
The dentist. Did you go to the dentist? Hello and welcome to Conversations with Cornelius. I'm a comedian. This podcast is about my life, my wife, my likes and dislikes, hurling, football, movies, sex, drugs and rock and roll without the sex, drugs and rock and roll. There are going to be special guests and always regular contributors, but mostly it's going to be me and my main squeeze, the wife. So sit back, relax and enjoy Conversations with Cornelius. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Conversations with Cornelius. I'm your host, Cornelius Patrick O'Sullivan, and I am in the Fearless Digital Studios again this week. And yeah, I'm excited for today's podcast. I'm very excited for today's podcast. But what's going on in my life? I heard you ask there before I was telling you about this podcast. Well, I'm glad you asked. And you know what? Not everybody does. So thank you so much. It actually means a lot to me. You know, sometimes it can be hard, like, just to get on with things, but like...
get on with it.
Oh, yeah. So my tour, buy tickets to my tour. I'm currently on tour. Can you believe that? My new show, Pull Hard. I'm all over Ireland. My tickets are on sale on my website, www.corneliuspatrickosullivan.com, and the show is absolutely flying it, and delighted with it altogether. What else? Anything else? My health, I'm working on it. Do you know what I mean? It's a work in progress. Yeah, it's a constant work in progress. Like, you know, will I get there in the end? I don't think so. I'll be honest. I'm not confident, but I'm going to keep working on it. My happiness index. Am I happy? I'm right. Like, what's the index? What's it up as far as, do we think? What do you think? How far does it go up?
10, I suppose.
I'm 10. I'm a 10 out of 10. Ooh. Happy. I'm happy, but I'm very busy. I'd like to be less busy, but I'd like to be more wealthy. And doesn't work that way, does it? You have to be busy to be wealthy, I think. Or, you know.
I think you're in the crutch, the clutch of, no. You're in the, I don't know what I'm trying to say, the window of being extremely busy. Mm. And hopefully the wealth will come with it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. If you build it, they will come.
Being ready to be ready. Isn't that one of your main mottos?
Abraham Hicks, be ready to be ready. So you get, be so good they can't ignore you.
You're getting very ready.
I'm ready now, lads. Send over the fucking money, will you?
He's ready, though.
I've been ready now for a good few fucking years. Ready. And do you know what I mean? Like, what's the fucking story? So today's guest, why did I put on my glasses? I don't know. I'm not reading anything right now, but I'd be reading stuff later on. Today's guest is hot as fuck. Yeah, unreal. Yeah, she's a 10. Although you shouldn't really say that, you know.
I don't mind.
Yeah, well, if you don't mind, you're an 11. You're an 11 out of 10. She's my wife. She's the mother of 2 of my fantastic children and a stepmother then to another child of mine. She is just beautiful, radiant, intelligent, clever. And today she's on here to bust my balls. She's going to bust my fucking balls, because what we're talking about today on the main topic is perimenopause. That's what we're talking about. And that's not like we're a fucking, you know, like men. I think it's interesting that men is in the word perimenopause. Like, you know, you're just fucking obsessed with us. Like, leave us alone. Like, do you know what I mean?
Well, maybe like it's menopause. So we're going to pause on the old men.
Oh, yeah.
Sicky.
Okay. All right. Fucking fine.
Get out of the room.
Grand. We'll go away. Give us a shout later on. What's for dinner? Get
your own.
I'm sorry.
You've got it down to a T. Just say I'm sorry all the time.
Just keep saying you're sorry, lads. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, love of my life, Noelle, Patricia, O'Sullivan, and the crowd goes wild. How are you? How's she cutting? What's going on?
I'm fantastic.
Are you?
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Happy out.
Okay, what's going on with you? Like, what's since the last time you've been here? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Since the last time I was here, I have been several times to the dentist. It's probably main part of my world at the moment.
Would you ever think about going to the dentist?
It's the dentist.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Not the dentist.
The dentist.
That's what you've been calling it all week. I must go to the dentist.
The dentist.
I must go to the dentist there. It's the dentist.
The dentist?
The dentist. Did you go to the dentist?
Is that before or after I have the numb mouth?
You were still a little bit kind of like...
Am I?
little bit
there
like
today, like
stroke.
that's the dedication I have now to the podcast.
Yeah.
Up until about an hour ago, I was like this around the place.
Yeah, chewing the jaw off yourself.
Yeah.
Yolks.
not on drugs.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
at the dentist.
The dentist. So you've been to the dentist, you're looking after and then you're kind of starting to, I've noticed at home, you're starting to really kind of piss me off with your healthy vibes, like, do you know what I mean? You're looking after yourself.
I'm starting to look after myself.
Okay.
Different parts. Body.
Okay.
Mind, head, physical, mental.
Spiritual?
No.
Actually, now that that's come up, actually, this is a question I want to ask you. So, what's the crack with God and you?
Random.
Yeah.
What's the crack with God and me?
Yeah.
God himself or itself, we don't really have crack, I suppose. I don't really have any association with God.
Okay.
Do I think there's a lot more going on? Yeah. But I never pray to God.
Okay.
I would always look to pray to my father.
To your dad.
So
is he your kind of like your spiritual guide, I suppose?
Yeah, I suppose the only time I'd ever really pray anyway is if you're looking for something. So,
Yeah.
So go on now, help out there.
But we were at Mass there recently. We were at a funeral there not that long ago, and family funeral, and we both went up for the Holy Communion. You've no bother having the Holy Communion?
No. That's what I'm saying. I haven't thought about it enough to actually say yay or nay to it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not like,
I was like,
I haven't enough values to actually say no to it. Do you know?
For years I wouldn't get Holy Communion, because I was gone agnostic, right?
And what's agnostic?
Agnostic is spiritual. You have a spiritual belief. You have a belief in something greater than you.
Yeah.
But you're like, an atheist is where you're just like, nah, you're fucking just here because you're here and you're going to be dead and worms are going to be eating your arsehole. And like that's their kind of, like that's what they think.
Because you've not spoken about worms and arseholes as I'm taking a drink.
As you're sucking on a beverage. But like that's what they think. They're like, it's a nihilistic approach. It's that's it now. Tough shit.
It's a bit bleak, like.
Yeah, it's very bleak.
I think you need something more.
Yeah. Now, some people, they'd say, well, why do you need something more? You're just fooling yourself or whatever. But like, I'm just saying myself, I would have been agnostic. However, lately, what have you done for me lately? Lately, I'm kind of back talking to the big G in the sky. And I'm chatting away to my guardian angels.
Well, you've always been about the guardian angels, all right, yeah.
I like the guardian angel vibe. Because I've read a small bit about it and I'm not educated enough. I'd love to get a priest onto the podcast. And do you know, remember we were at that wedding, Dara and Una's wedding, and the priest came up talking to us.
Yeah.
I'd love to get him on the podcast.
I'd say he'd be very interesting, actually. Yeah. But then the guardian angels are people who you've loved that have died, right?
Yeah.
So then technically, when I say I'm praying to Daddy, I suppose I'm praying to the guardian angels. Then.
Yeah, okay. My problem with that then is, right, like, so I'd be thinking to myself, okay, who's dead belong to me now? Like my two grandfathers and my grandmother would be the closest, right? But should they, like, I'd be praying, like, come on, can my tour do well? Hopefully that people will come out to, should they know nothing about comedy? Or are they going to make that happen?
True, yeah. I thought you were going to say, like, that nobody close enough to you has died. Sorry, one of the perks of having a dead father.
Oh, yeah, okay. So your guardian angel is more powerful than mine, like, do you know what I mean?
I'd hope so.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
It's got to have a perk, like.
Yeah,
died my arms. Come on.
Okay.
Get me to pass the exam.
Fair enough. So you're saying the only reason you passed any of your exams is because your dad died?
In my arms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's helping you out in the afterlife.
Come on.
I suppose you could say that's spiritual enough, you know, even a bit wacky, you know. Yeah, welcome to the stage, Noelle. It's delightful to have you
much.
Here. We're going to play a little game called Trending Topics
with Cornelius Patrick O'Sullivan.
Hashtag village pubs.
Village pubs. Oh.
Trending now today, would you believe?
Trending topics.
Village pubs.
Village pubs.
I assume, I didn't click into it, I assume it's about the dearth of village pubs, the lack of village pubs, the slow decline,
the closure
of village inns, taverns, small town taverns. Like, if you even look at the village that we're in now, when we moved into the village, there was 2 pubs. Now there's only 1 pub.
Yeah, and even before that, there was about 8 of them. If you actually look at the street, and if you look at the places that had the names across them, whatever, that have now converted into houses, and there's a load of them. Or even the Innie Tavern. Shout out to the Innie Tavern down in Drummond.
Yeah.
The community bought the local pub, the last pub, to keep it open because it was such a part of the community, I suppose. But if it was gone, then they'd have nowhere for people to congregate and do the GAA Lotto, which is Ireland too.
Who's going to keep the pubs open though? Because like I see there now, right, the younger people are not going out to pubs. When I was 17,
the younger folk, is it?
The young people, no, I tell you.
Well, I suppose you're nearly 50.
Well, listen, there's no need to be giving away my age now, and I'm still a young, vibrant man. I suppose if you to round me down, I'm closer to 0 than to 100.
Just about.
But
what about if I did 0 to 90?
Yeah, well, like, I mean, who would even be interested in looking at that graph? Like, do you know what I mean? 0 to 90. Why don't you go to 100? You know, who goes 0 to 90? They'd be like, who's coming up with this? This is someone obviously who's got a vindictiveness to her. Someone who wants to kind of like lessen you, bring you down, keep you under the fucking, give you a fucking sweaty armpit headlock. All right, okay.
Do you ever have a friend like that?
I'm 48, okay? She wanted you to know that. Okay, this is what I have to deal with at home.
Are you okay?
No, I'm all right. That's
good.
Alive. What's your view of village pubs?
Well, we've a lovely one near us. That's part of the community, like, and it's nice to go there on a Sunday with the chappies.
Do you think it's so we bring our boys to the pub in Killavullen once, maybe during the summer a little bit more, but once a month?
Depends if we're on or off alcohol, I suppose.
Yeah, if we're off the alcohol, probably never. Yeah. But if we're having a few pints,
once a month.
Once a month, maybe. And I think it's lovely because I think it gets them. We're not there locked. We're not there late. We're there for an hour and a half to 2 hours. We're socialising with our neighbours. We played cards the last time. I might be watching a match, and your kids see you consuming alcohol in a healthy way. You know. I think it's, but what I'm worried about is because I love a pub.
Yeah, you do. Yeah,
you know, and they're dying. Like, do you know what I mean? Like it's like the rhinoceroses. Do you know how many are going to be fucking left? Like, you know, how many rhinos are out there? Like, do you know the same thing happened? There was once upon a time our village had 5 rhinos.
You could go anywhere and see a rhino.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen a fucking rhino in years. Hashtag washing machine.
Don't I do enough of the washing at home? Never mind coming into a podcast talking about washing machines.
I regret having washing machine down as one of the trending topics.
What would you like to say about washing machine? Do you know where it is in our house?
Washing machines live longer with Calgon.
Very true. That's as far as your washing machine.
Do we use Calgon?
We don't.
Why don't we?
Do you know what Calgon is for?
Do you know that washing machines live longer with it, like? And here you are now blatantly not even using it. You know the theme tune. You know the jingle. You're
right,
like,
the team tune.
Fuck it, I'll take my chances with the washing machine.
Fuck you, Calgon.
Have you ever used Calgon?
No.
What is Calgon?
Do you know what it is?
Not really.
I do.
What is it?
Makes washing machines live longer.
Okay.
No, it's to stop limescale build-up.
Oh, okay.
And we don't have any limescale in our water.
So it's a prudent move not to buy the Calgon. So what you've been actually doing, look, it's a clever. You've been setting up a little fund, and all that Calgon money is going into it. Yeah, here I am.
The Calgon fund.
I owe you an apology, and I am actually sorry about that because, like, I should have known. You know, you've got the brains. Hashtag e-scooters. Not much is interesting trending at the moment, like e-scooters. Like e-scooters.
Oh, they're terrible things, really, aren't they? They're dangerous, like, aren't they?
Yeah.
No? Do you like one?
They're very dangerous. I don't think they're terrible. I think there should be a kind of a little area for them. Because it is a good way of getting around cities if you're living in a city.
And it's actually a great way for that because the public transport isn't there.
Yes.
And if you're in city living and it's a far distance, it's amazing. Yeah. I get that, all right.
Yeah.
But actually, only what annoys me about them is people who are either driving them unsafely or don't have the helmets or a high-vis jacket on. Yeah. Like the stuff that'll actually make a driver see you.
Yeah.
You know, because I've twice gotten frights by them appearing, and they do come up behind you really fast.
Yeah,
like.
And if you lock into one, like, I mean, their chances are slim, you know, slim, very, very slim. Yeah, no, I think in general, actually, like, laneways for them, but like, I mean, sure.
Then are they in the cycling lane?
Yeah. Should they be in the cycling lane, or the cyclists going to get pissed off? Cyclists, they have a bit of an attitude, cyclists. They think they're fucking the shit. Oh, I'm cycling.
I think
I'm
then
reclaiming my youth. My dad is big into cycling now.
I think
so he's the
start,
exception to the rule, okay?
Of course. And your brother-in-law.
And my brother-in-law. They're the two exceptions. But everyone else can go fucking suck my dick. They think they're great.
I'll find you a cyclist to take care of that job. It's grand.
Right. Okay, but you know what I mean? Like, they're like it's just, is that garb comfortable? The garb they've on, like, do you know what I mean? That, like, you saw me trying to take off my jumper there before the fucking podcast, like, you know? Like, that's, like, and the smell and the sweat and the chafing.
Well, there wouldn't be chafing, like. There? Well, if they have all the creams and stuff and the spongy.
And we're not set up for cycling, like, you know, the country's not set up for it, like. Get a lane for the cyclists, get a lane for the e-scooters.
Then what? There'll be no lane for the actual cars.
The cars, yeah. Get rid of the fucking cars. Yeah.
So cycling isn't for you then, and I coach it. Sometime he's going to sign up for some cycle now, and
Who, me?
you'll be over the belly horse cycling around. You'll have lycra from head to toe. You'll have you'll have the supersonic helmets for extra speed. I need it, babe. It's brilliant. My jaw is just sore there now.
Oh, is it? Poor thing. No, I don't think I will, because I've often thought to myself, would you just fucking try cycling there? Like, do you know what I mean? Would you give it a go? Your dad does it. It'd be a nice little bonding thing with your dad. And I'm just like, I couldn't be fucking arse learning how to... Like, I know how to cycle. I didn't really enjoy it massively as a kid. It was grand. Do you know?
Do you ever fall off a bike?
Yeah, a few times. Fell off a motorbike as well.
Did you?
I did.
Texas?
No. In Fergus O'Hearn's backyard.
A little bit away from Texas.
Yeah.
Was it his or his father's?
It was his Honda 50, and I hopped onto it and I did the throttle thing and the gear thing, and it took off and I got excited, and then I was going towards these little sheds and I couldn't stop. I didn't know where the brake was, so I kind of just jumped off it. And he was fucking taking off, which is fair enough, like, do you know what I mean? He just bought the bike, like. That
reminds me of the time I crashed the lawnmower. Oh, do you know that?
No.
The ride-on lawnmower at home.
Where did you crash that?
Into the clothesline.
Was there a drink taken?
No, I was only about 14.
All right, okay.
But I bent down to pick up a tennis ball.
While you were driving it?
While I was driving.
Pure cool altogether, like. Yeah. Yeah, there should be a traffic lane for the tractor lawnmowers as well.
Straight into the actual, and loads damaged it and everything.
Yeah.
But we never told my brothers then. Oh no, sorry, I forgot that was when I crashed the car. We said that...
How many times have you crashed? How many times have you had tips?
With cars?
Yeah.
That was the first time I crashed into the recycling bins driving around the community centre when I pressed the accelerator instead of the brake.
Easy happen.
Could happen to anyone, especially before you actually have learned to drive.
You're only 14?
No, I was 16 at that stage.
Okay.
And
Probably
then...
should have known the brake, but...
And then I went into the back of somebody leaving work. That's since I met you. There was nothing. You were around for that one. Then I went into the back of somebody on the way home from work after a night shift. Mm-hmm. And then...
We could just do a whole podcast.
Was that it?
There's a few suspicious scrapes and bumps on the Octavia. Do you know?
Oh no, two of them were. One of those was the handbrake not being up fully. We live on a hill.
Yeah.
Could happen to anybody. Con doesn't park his car where it's on the hill. Your car gets parked on the flat. Several times it would have been.
That's your excuse. That concludes.
Are you bringing my driving into question?
No. Well, it kind of fits in with the next part of the podcast. It concludes Trending Topics with Cornelius Patrick O'Sullivan. And this week's topic, ladies and gentlemen, is the very touchy, very sensitive, wildly unknown from my perspective, and I venture to say most of the male population out there, perimenopause, which is pre-menopause, I think. Is it?
Well done.
The way you're
already like a ballerina, tiptoeing around.
Yeah.
How am I going to dance in and out of this bad boy?
Like it is a subject that I heard menopause when I was growing up. You would have heard, but it was called the change. she's having to change. That's what it was called. And nobody would talk about it, especially the person who was having it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
It was almost a shameful thing. And but because of the world we live in now, and you know, it's just like, no, this is what it is now, and fucking. It's what we go through as the female of the species, and let's talk about it. So I asked you about it a couple of weeks ago because you've been talking about perimenopause at home for a while, and so I suppose my first question is,
if anybody knows, Con, look at the face as he gets the fear of as he's talking.
What is perimenopause?
He keeps looking for the peri part because he's been calling it perimenopause. When he speaks about it when he's talking about it fluently, he just goes, "What do you mean perimenopause?" And I'm like, it's not a fucking type of chicken.
Will we go to Nando's after this?
Would bring it to Nando's. A bit of Nando's chicken would be nice, wouldn't it?
Peri.
Yeah.
What is perimenopause?
So
just
I suppose
give me one sentence to sum it all up.
And move on to you just need one
enough
line.
of your problems now. We've got a lot going on. We're playing championship there now in a few months.
What is perimenopause? Yeah. I suppose perimenopause. Okay, so I'm going to start by saying I actually didn't know a huge pile about it. And the world is there. There's the internet there, and we still don't. Nobody spends enough time actually helping themselves, and knowing their own. Our own bodies enough to help ourselves, men as well, not just women. And I had to do some research, lots of research actually, before coming on to even get a ground knowledge to talk about it. And it's something that I know has started to happen, but had no knowledge of it really. Do you know what I mean? And I find it nuts that I don't know enough about it.
What is it?
Sorry, to go back to your actual question. Well, but you see, the reason I gave that little intro is because I have some information here, so I may have to look to it. I actually haven't a huge clue on it, but I'm giving it from me perspective.
From your perspective of as a woman who feels like you are in perimenopause? In perimenopause? Fuck's sake.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. Definitely heading into it. Yeah.
Okay.
Start. Yeah.
So I suppose so
what is it?
What is
you
it?
asked.
What is it?
So perimenopause is like the lead up to menopause. So it's like a warm up batch before championship.
Well explained. I know exactly what it is now.
Podcast over.
That's
he
it.
has it.
Do you want to know what perimenopause? It is like a challenge match.
Challenge match, yeah. Yep. Yeah. You're going, you know what's kind of ahead of you, but it hasn't really kicked off yet. Get ready.
Yeah.
Get ready. It's a coming.
It's not championship, but it's tough enough.
But you could have a few injuries along the way as well. So really, it's like your hormones, a woman's hormones are changing. A woman gets lots more hormones when she is like 12 or 13 and hits puberty, and they run in a cycle of a month. And they're kind of like clockwork in a way for different women. They know the way they are the week before their period, they know they are after and all that. And it's your estrogen and your progesterone levels. But when you start going into your perimenopause and menopause, then these levels fluctuate like up, down, high, low, lots of it some days, none of it another day. And that can go on for like 5 to 10 years. So like menopause isn't...
How long?
That means
in some cases.
Some women. So this is why I am doing the research now to make sure it doesn't impact me hugely for 5 to 10 years, so that it doesn't impact you for 5 to 10 years or the family for 5 to 10 years.
Okay, so I think I have a slightly less vague idea of what perimenopause is. You're at the beginning of it. What signs did you start to notice that's got you on the track where you're at? Do you know what I mean?
Okay. So
what were the first signs?
So for me, it's definitely like my hair, exhibit A, and like my skin. So like your hair, so like you have kids and then your hair falls out after kids.
Okay.
The front of your hair falls out. And then you get fresh hair come back.
I noticed that as well.
Yeah, you're going through it too, pet. Do you want some of my collagen? Yeah. But anyway, I'll get on to the collagen.
Can you smoke it?
If you could, you would, my sweet, I suppose.
To a joint.
So like your hair. So I've lost hair here, and that's because estrogen and progesterone are part of how you have hair, and your skin then. So like the estrogen is kind of like there for like building your nails and your skin and your hair. It's like a building block. It's for good health, good heart, good brain, for building up your functionality, your joints and stuff like that. That's what estrogen does. It also is part of your lining of your womb for having kids and your menstrual cycle and all of that. But the impact as it lessens then is like it's also your part of your thermostat in your body.
Okay.
So like if that starts to fluctuate, so for me it's just hair and skin at the moment. Like I could put on a moisturiser and I'm still like the Sahara.
Okay.
Or like I'm thinning now so much, my hair is falling out so much. It's like Baxter during the summer when he's shedding all over the place.
Yeah.
Like, but that's what's happening for me. But then it starts to, as the levels start to change again, like it's the hot flushes is probably one.
Is that with the temperature regulation thing?
Your thermostat kind of.
Thermostat.
So it's part of that, or else the levels actually help. But that, so that's kind
They're
of
early signs, is it?
Like, well, the hair and the nails have been the hair and the skin have been the early signs for me.
How did that make you feel, right? Because I would imagine that's a difficult transition now, right? Because any woman that I've ever met in my life, I'm 95% of them are always keep themselves in a much better shape than I do. And look after themselves, and get their hair done, get their nails done. Beauty is an important aspect to a lot of women. It's not the be all and the end all. I have to stress that, and I have to tread very carefully on this conversation.
Well, I
am trying to find out.
You're not saying from your point of view. You're saying from women themselves. Their beauty seems to be very important to them.
It is important to them. And then when you're like, and I can just imagine, because I know myself, with hair loss, like it's not the coolest thing in the world, but it's natural. It's probably natural for women as well, but like it is like not a big deal if a man goes bald now, really, to be honest about it.
Well, especially at your age.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? You could be losing your hair or whatever. But like when you saw hair falling out, like how does that make you feel? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, is there a kind of is there an existential crisis that goes along with it? Is it a kind of oh fuck it, that's just a bit of hair there now, I must be coming into the perimenopause?
I think it probably it all affects women differently.
Okay.
So
for you,
for me, I don't really care a huge pile. I suppose just because I'd go for the positive side. It's part of life.
Yeah.
Like what we get now, I do we'll all get more wrinkles and but I could have left the hair but you not have just left me without the triangles But
maybe you should start praying to God. Do you know what I mean?
Dad.
Your dad isn't fucking sorting out your hair at all. The big G. The
big G. But it doesn't really. But you know what will start though is the other stuff like the moodiness and the anxiety. Like wouldn't like to get that.
Is that going to start? Is that a thing that will happen?
It can happen unless you supplement and keep look after the side effects of menopause, which is by drinking more water and less caffeine, less alcohol, exercise, all where you might get endorphins from somewhere else. All those things that are probably healthy to everyone as we get a bit older anyway.
Yeah.
But it seems to be kind of inevitable in a way that you'll get some degree of it, do you know?
And can it I suppose so just again, right? Going back to periods, okay?
I laugh with you,
but
period.
Do you know what I mean? I don't know anything about periods, but what I do know is that they have different degrees. Some people suffer really badly with monthly period pain, and then some people, it's uncomfortable for them, but it's quite manageable. And do you know what I mean? There's a spectrum, I suppose. What I'm saying is that the same then in menopause. Is there a spectrum where it's really difficult for certain people, and
but I don't think there's any correlation between that and your actual how your cycle went for you. I don't know if there's a correlation between how you go through the menopause.
Yeah.
It's more hereditary how your sister or your mother or your aunt went out, I think. But like we'll say there's the estrogen part of your hormones that makes you kind of builds up your body, and then the estrogen is the part that kind of says, hey, chill out there now, relax, go to sleep, have a nice evening, everything's going to be grand. But then that also goes haywire during your perimenopause and menopause, so that you're more anxious, you're more nervous about things, you mightn't be able to sleep as well. It's kind of like the week before your period can happen at any time throughout your cycle or anything like that.
Sounds fucking terrible.
Yeah, like it's just, but I think it's important that both sides of the house, all sides of the house know it. And there is a kind of there's a red flag, there's a bull, what's the saying? Red flag to a bull?
Yeah.
Is saying, oh Jesus, it's her hormones. She's hormonal.
She's very hormonal.
She's very hormonal. But in actual fact, a lot of it is.
Probably spot on.
But it's just the way it's kind of like deemed, like wash it away. Oh, she's just being hormonal. As in, oh, she's just being hormonal. But she's going through a lot as well. And obviously the house is going through a lot because of it too. See,
this is where I was going to come to now. Next, my next question was, what should men do, right? But before I ask that question, I just want to kind of give a male perspective on it. I know fuck all about it. Menopause would be, I would have heard a few jokes about it maybe on stage. It's very hush hush. It's very shameful. This is the way it would, like, I always, even though I'm not embarrassed by someone who has menopause or anybody who has like, I think it's a personal shameful thing in the past because women wouldn't talk up about it for a variety of reasons. A lot to do with the culture, the country, the way the world was. Even we were talking about religion back then, women just weren't encouraged at all to speak up in general. Whereas I do think definitely nowadays, that's really not the case at all. And women are now, like yourself, reading and finding out how to be combative with this period of their life. But men are still in the dark ages. Like, I'm still in the dark ages, obviously a little bit less than we'll say other men at the moment, because we're not really sure what to expect. We're not really sure what exactly is going on. Now, some people might say, well, just go away and fucking Google it. Do you know what I mean? But when I'm on Google, it's usually like, you porn or something like that. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to be looking up about fucking menopause. I'm going to have a wank.
But you'll end up with menopause, like MILFs. On your search engine.
Hopefully they might be talking about it as I'm, like maybe that'll happen. But that would have to be a certain kind of circumstances would have to fucking be perfect. Like, how would you get on with your wife? Great. And I found out all about menopause as well. So,
well, it might be one way to teach men. They'd be more interested. It'd be like, like a carrot at the end of the stick. Yeah. Do this multiple choice about menopause and then you get to see the next clip of the porn.
Fucking delayed gratification.
Yeah, but it's like a reward system.
Yeah, okay.
It's like a question and answers,
We should set up an app for it.
Maybe.
Or we could just ask the question, what should men know?
What should men do and know?
What should men do? What should men know? Consider me a kind of a lad that knows fuck all, but loves his wife and wants to be there to support her, but also doesn't really want to do a lot of the work. Do you know what I mean? If there's a lot of work in it now, like, how can you get that out of it? I'm joking.
I do think that there is definitely patience required.
Okay.
Like, it is, like, if you're like, Jesus, she's very anxious about that now, it's to go, well, that's actually, now obviously you don't in your own head go, well, that's because her progesterone levels are actually lower, so they're making her more anxious. Yeah. But that is what's going on. It can't really be helped by the woman. Like, she's probably trying her best. Like,
would it be annoying now, like, if something like that happened and if I said, sorry, babe, it's just her, that's just the perimenopause there now?
No, don't do that.
That wouldn't help it. That's what you don't do. I was actually being serious there. Like, I was like, do you know what? Like, what the fuck do I say?
I know we'll be in the middle of a scrap sometime and Connie will go, babe, is that just are you just being hormonal?
But I definitely think I'd be clever enough not to say that. But I might say, sure, sorry. I don't know what I'd say, actually. What do I need to say? tell me what the words, the exact sentences. But you know what we need to know, obviously, is we know that the change is coming. We know I think probably knowing what to expect.
Yeah, but I am
flushes,
definitely
mood swings.
Yeah, but I'm definitely going to, for example, now I started taking the collagen, right? And the first month that I got that, I was also on this other supplement, peri and menopause supplement, right? And I actually thought that was doing some good. But then I was like, oh, it's too expensive to be on both. But now I'm like, I need to go back on that one because, like, what was it? It was like 50 quid a month. And that is, in our house, that's plenty of money. That's €100 a month for my supplements, right?
Well, I honestly think that's worth spending.
But my point was that because you'd actually spend more on takeaways because you feel like crap from cooking. Or, you spend it elsewhere feeling not so great.
Yeah.
Whereas this actually will, if you can improve your health, it's the same for anyone in the house.
Yeah.
Like if you improve your health and your endorphins are up and you're happier, then you'll end up saving that money elsewhere and it's better for you in the long run. If you're going to yoga today because your supplements made you feel better to go to yoga, that you don't need to go to physio in 6 months time.
Yes.
Like it's all a knock-on effect.
Yeah.
So it's about... The thing is, it's about the encouragement. Even that, it's about the encouragement to go. No, go on, babe. Go to your yoga. Make space. Like we do that anyway for each other to do our activities, or we try and encourage that. But for others, that's why. And some women will begin to feel stronger in their determination to make it happen. That kind of comes. So because I think personally, anyway, because women or kids have. So I'm in my early 40s. My kids are a little bit older. So you've come out...
Your kids are older than you. Jesus Christ.
My kids are a little bit older than newborns, right?
Sorry,
so they're like 6 and 9, or kids, I should say. But so I'm coming out of the kids bubble, which means I want to do something for myself.
Yeah.
But then I'm coming into this... So sometimes they can clash, which they have, that you're coming into this time when you're tired and you're just lethargic and don't want to do anything and you're cranky and you're starting to get cranky. So it's like a clash then of like, no, I'm going to do it. Like, do you know what I mean? You're kind of fighting. Whereas I think before you would have had a window where your hair came back a bit more normal. You were able to find yourself a small bit after kids while still being in relatively stable form before you went into peri and menopause. But because we're having kids later, kids are taking more out of us because we still don't have as much levels of our hormones. Yeah. Because women peak much earlier in their hormone levels, so they're tireder anyway having kids. Naturally, like.
But I think biologically, I think it's only it's only kind of a thing that's happened in the last 100 years to maybe 150 years that people are having, and even less so that people are having kids
much
later.
Less. Yeah.
Like it wasn't uncommon, go back even 100 or 200 years where women were having kids in their late teens and getting married.
Sure, I'd say that's even much less than 100 years ago. That's
probably
50 years.
Yeah, it's probably much less than 100 years ago. But it was the case that whereas we waited till our 30s, a lot of people now wait till their 30s, and that's fine. That's life choice. But I what you're saying is it correlates then, it combines then with by the time the kids go back, then you're going straight into the perimenopause.
Yeah,
and
you've no break.
There's no break. Yeah, there's no break.
But it's great ultimately.
So I want to talk about taboo, right? So it is a taboo subject still, right? Especially, I definitely do think it is. It's out there a little bit more, but what needs to be how do that's not, you're not going to educate kids in school about perimenopause, do you know what I mean?
No, but I think there's so much we could do before perimenopause. It's like even women and their cycle through their whole life, like it's in kind of 4 parts. But if you're a teenage athlete, like a female athlete, there's different strengths and conditionings that you need to do throughout the four parts, like throughout your monthly cycle. Like a man has a daily cycle, whereas women it's a month long. So something you might be able to lift strength-wise this week, and next week you can't lift it. And how come you can't, like, but because you were stronger last week because it was a different time in your cycle, like knowing that if you eat certain foods, it'll make you as strong throughout. Like there's a way of, now obviously athletes I'm sure would have all that nutrition, but I'm talking about a girl that's playing with her local camogie team like that may not know why she was so slow today, or you know how she can not be slow the week leading up to her period or the week of, and like you have a lot to contend with to try and from a sports or from your own emotional well-being, like to kind of justify it and go, oh no, I wasn't actually ready to knife him, it was just PMS.
Yeah, okay.
But like the taboo is, I do think we're trying to shift it, and even like I was talking at the school gate.
What you were just saying there is the husband is like geez, the husband becomes more annoying, like, and it's like, you know, and I've seen this, divorces go up, you know, but they were saying, I remember I watched a TikTok about it, about a woman who divorced her husband, and she said, she was like, well, like, you know, just when the hormones just went, I just didn't have any patience for his bullshit anymore, you know, and I'm just like, you know, fuck it, and life is short and stuff like that, and I to me it was like, fuck, I was very clinical, like, you know, they had kids and stuff like that, and I just felt it was a very clinical thing, and there'd be there'd be a fear that'd be like, Jesus, imagine now if like she just was like, nah, fucking hell, nah, I'm going to go away there now.
Me?
Yeah, no, but I know that wouldn't happen with you, but you know what I mean? Like, maybe it will, you know. Please don't. I'll change. What do you want me to do? But did you know, I just think there's a few things like that are out there, like little kind of, I suppose, urban legends or urban myths, like, you know, that I think need to be talked about just to clear and stuff like that, you know. But it needs to come from the woman needs to educate the man on it more so than the man seeks it out, because the man is not going to seek it out.
Well, there's
in
also
general, like,
a lot of information out there. Like, I mean, there's a lot to, I mean, as I said, I had to look it up before coming, you know, and I'm a woman and I'm trying to get into understanding it. You know, over the last while, I've looked at cycles, but not really in enough detail, and it's flicking and you're not paying attention to it, really. You have to give thing like that time. But, like, as you were saying about the taboo, like, I was saying at the school gate that we were going to do a podcast on menopause, and there was a husband there, and later that night at training, he was like, how's the menopause, Noelle? And I was like, well, at least, look, it's getting two people talking about it anyway at this. And I said, she'll be all set now to help herself when she's going through it as well. Like, but you know,
it's like, I think that's the thing is, like, you know, when you're married, your gender, or when you're with your partner, whether you're married or not, when you're with your partner, you want to support them physically and emotionally and spiritually and all that racket. And it is an interesting thing because, so, for me to support you, right? Let's say you're beginning it there now, right? You're beginning it. Like, if you had to write out, this is what my ideal husband would do now to support me on this journey. And let's say you have it for the 10 years, the full 10.
Jesus Christ
Almighty, a decade of it. That includes the menopause now as well, doesn't it? It's not just the perimenopause. Thanks, bit of fuck.
It's not like an immersion that you're just going to switch off. Sorry.
So do you know what I mean? Like, you're going through it, and it's there for the decade. So you're saying patience obviously is a thing, right? So that's grand. What else can your partner do to help you bar being patient? Because, like, I can be patient, you know.
I don't really know yet because I haven't been through it, but I suppose it's
stop blaming us for shit then. All right.
I don't know until you do everything wrong.
Yeah, because that's the reason I'm asking that question, is because I do think that there is you can just be eating Rice Krispies and you could be wrong. Like,
well, it might be really loud.
Okay, or drinking water,
slurping
through a straw,
slurping
in a soundproof room.
It's probably being done really annoyingly.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, just
sometimes it might.
Yeah, okay.
Annoying.
No, that's good.
Sometimes it might be slightly irrational, but sometimes it might be, you know, the way I asked you to go and take the rubbish out, would you take it out?
Yeah, I take it out, yeah.
Yeah, so do it when I ask you.
Straight away.
Well, yeah.
What about if I'm in the middle of a game of FIFA and it's seasons? And it's like, I'm in Division 6, okay? I've been trying to get to Division 5 for ages. Here I am, it's the last game, I'm up 2-1, there's 86 minutes gone.
Well, if I asked you at 7 o'clock and it wasn't done by 10, I would probably be ready to knife
fair
you.
enough. I'll get it done before 10. Go to 5 to 10.
That's I'd be like, shit.
Technically,
I could see you actually doing that at 5 to 10 going, I need to go and do it.
I'd be done by 10, which was on the contract. So I'll keep my contract. So like just do jobs, be quiet, be patient, agree with everything.
No, within reason. I mean, there is going to be, like, I even think, like, there's the anxiety thing is kind of nerve-wracking. Like, the idea of that, like that, your anxiety spikes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just really annoying.
Yeah.
Do you know?
No. It is. And that's something that you're not used to as well. But hopefully you won't get that. Do you know?
I know. It's different for everybody, but I suppose it's just being aware that that women go through these things.
Now, just to flip it back then to the men, right?
Okay,
do we have any change then? Like, we've the midlife crisis, is that our thing?
Do you know, I think I read something, because you can get a male tablet as well, like a hormone tablet.
Really?
For later in life, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I suppose, as I said, one thing I didn't mention was libido.
Plenty of estrogen anyway.
How's the libido?
Well, fuck it, we could definitely be riding a bit more now. Like, I mean, never say no to another ride. Like, like get the double dose of them, send them on.
I said for you, he'll have the female ones and the male, and we'll all
I'll throw them all into me.
Yeah. There is that side.
A suppository.
Oh, jeez. Okay, on that note, you simpleton.
You can put it up.
God.
Babe, we're married, okay? You've seen my asshole, okay? They know.
There's a vision that nobody needs to be imagining.
I forgot to shout out the Patreon. We have a Patreon, guys. We do a Patreon every single week. Me and this Bjorn here, and the link is in description. Also follow Fearless Digital Network. They're the main guys here. They make the magic happen, and all the team that are behind us here. And like and subscribe, and if you like our stuff, like, like it and share it, and the crack. You know the crack. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. It was an interesting one, I think.
Well, it's a huge topic.
It's a huge topic.
I don't know. It's just something that we were talking about, and that's how it came up. That actually, maybe we should bring it to the podcast.
Yeah, and we did. And I don't know, do I know, like, I just need to be patient, and kind and loving. Yeah. More loving than I already am, which is a lot, I think, but whatever, Listen, guys, thank you so much. We love you. We'll talk to you soon. Stay in by the wall. Bye.